The Galactic Council had made their declaration 3 solar cycles ago, broadcast across every inhabited system in the known galaxy. Humanity, they proclaimed, was too weak to deserve a seat among the civilized species, too primitive, too emotional, too young. Admiral Sarah Chen stood on the bridge of the UES Prometheus, watching the assembled fleet of the hegemony through the viewports. 12,000 warships, representing 47 different species, all united in their conviction that humanity needed to be contained. "Admiral," her tactical officer reported, his voice steady despite the odds. "They're hailing us." On screen, the holographic display flickered to life, revealing the familiar crystalline features of High Chancellor Vexthul of the Zephyrian Empire. Behind him stood representatives of the other founding species of the Council, the reptilian Sauros, the insectoid Kithara, and the gas cloud entities known as the Ethereals. "Human Admiral," Vexthul's voice resonated with harmonic undertones that spoke of millennia of technological advancement. "You have 30 of your time units, minutes, to surrender your fleet and submit to Council authority. Your species will be relocated to a protected system where you can develop properly under our guidance." Chen's expression didn't change. She had expected this. The Council's arrogance was as predictable as stellar mechanics. "High Chancellor," she replied, her voice carrying across subspace to every ship in both fleets. 3 years ago, you declared us weak because we feel too much, because we cry at sunsets and rage at injustice, because we love fiercely and grieve deeply." She paused, letting her words sink in. "Today, I'm here to show you exactly what human weakness looks like." The transmission cut, and Chen turned to her crew. Every face on the bridge reflected the same determination she felt burning in her chest. Behind them, through quantum entanglement communicators, she knew that every ship in the human fleet, all 300 of them, was feeling that same fire. "All ships," she announced over the fleet channel, "initiate Protocol Icarus." Across the human formation, ships began to glow, not with the cold light of plasma weapons or the sterile blue of particle beams, but with something far more dangerous, the warm, brilliant radiance of controlled stellar fusion. Humanity's greatest weakness, according to the Council, was their emotional intensity. Their scientists had dismissed human research into weaponizing emotion-driven neural interfaces as primitive and inefficient. They were about to learn how wrong they were. On every human ship, crews linked their minds through bio-neural networks, their emotions becoming fuel for weapon systems that no other species could even conceive of using. Fear became targeting precision, love became defensive shield strength, and rage, pure righteous human rage, became raw destructive power. The Prometheus led the charge, its hull blazing like a small star. Chen felt the neural links surge through her consciousness, connecting her to every soul in her fleet. Their collective will flowed through the ship's emotion drive, converting human passion into kinetic energy that defied conventional physics. The Council fleet opened fire first, as expected. Plasma bolts and quantum torpedoes filled the void between the opposing forces. But the human ships moved like living things, guided by intuition and instinct rather than cold calculation. They danced between the energy streams, their pilots' emotions allowing them to anticipate and react faster than any computer. When the human fleet returned fire, the universe itself seemed to tremble. Beams of concentrated starlight erupted from the Prometheus, powered by Chen's love for her homeworld and her fury at the Council's condescension. The flagship of the Zephyrian fleet, a massive crystal construct that had survived 1,000 battles, simply ceased to exist, torn apart at the molecular level by weaponized human emotion. Impossible, came Vexthul's voice over emergency channels. Their energy readings don't match their technology level. Chen smiled grimly as her ship wove through the enemy formation, each shot guided by the collective will of her crew. Around her, human vessels moved with impossible grace, their emotion drives singing with the harmonized feelings of their crews. The Saros heavy cruisers, built like mobile fortresses, cracked under the assault of pure human determination. The Cathera swarm fighters, coordinated by hive-mind precision, scattered in confusion when faced with the chaotic creativity of human tactical thinking. Even the ethereals, beings of pure energy, found their carefully ordered existence disrupted by the sheer messiness of human consciousness. "Admiral," her communications officer called out, "we're receiving surrender requests from 6 enemy battle groups." "Negative," Chen replied, her eyes blazing with the same light that powered her ship. "They wanted to see human weakness. They're going to see all of it." The battle raged for 3 hours. When it ended, the space around the contested system was filled with the debris of the mightiest fleet the galaxy had ever assembled. The human fleet, impossibly, had lost only 12 ships. In the aftermath, as rescue shuttles moved between the wreckage, Chen opened a channel to the surviving council ships. "High Chancellor," she said, her voice now gentle but no less powerful. "You were right about us. We are weak. We're weak because we love things that will die. We're weak because we hope for things that may never come. We're weak because we feel everything so deeply that it sometimes breaks us." She paused, watching the Zephyrian survivors as they abandoned their shattered vessels. "But you made one mistake," she continued. "You assumed that weakness couldn't be strength. You forgot that the deepest emotions burn the brightest. And you never considered that a species crazy enough to feel this much might be crazy enough to turn feeling itself into a weapon." The transmission ended, and Chen turned to survey her battered but victorious fleet. Earth had sent its answer. To the galaxy's challenge, written in fire and starlight and the indomitable power of the human heart. The universe had declared humanity weak. Humanity had agreed, and shown them exactly what that weakness could accomplish when it burned bright enough to power the stars themselves. In the distance, the first human colony ships were already jumping to hyperspace, carrying families and dreams to worlds that would no longer be forbidden to them. The galaxy had learned its lesson about underestimating the weak, and humanity had learned something too, that their greatest perceived flaw might just be their most powerful weapon. The age of human expansion had begun, fueled not by cold logic or superior technology, but by the simple, devastating truth that no force in the universe burns hotter than the passionate heart of humanity itself.